G'day guys, it's Phantom, and today I am yet again going to be talking about three projects. This time I'm going to be talking about three albums. First being Kid Cudi's Intergalactic, Freddie Gibbs's Soul Sold Separately, and Tory Lanez's Sorry for What. Firstly, I'm going to talk about Kid Cudi's Intergalactic. Um, it is the soundtrack to his Netflix special or film, which I have given a review on. Go watch that. I've talked a bit about that, but here I'm going to be talking about the album in full. So, um, as an album independently, I think that it is pretty decent. Definitely not one of his best. It is still a very good listen. It starts off with the Intergalactic Theme, which is like this instrumental beginning. It kind of gives you the feel of what the album is. It is a pretty nice starter. And then we go into New Mode, which is kind of like a generic Kid Cudi song. The flow is pretty good. The production is great. In fact, most of the production, if not all of the production of the album, is great. I have no problems with it. But some of the songs, like the line delivery and some of the lyrics, aren't like up to standard with Kid Cudi, but I mean it's fine. One of the best tracks being "Do What I Want," which is Bop, a very good trap song. The flows and the delivery is pretty nice. The hook it does get kind of repetitive, but it's fine. Then we go to Angel, which in the movie it gives a lot of like meaning, but as its own independent song, it's kind of boring. Ignite with Love is again one of the best tracks on here. Great instrumental, great lyrics, great delivery. In Love is kind of the same as Angel. The features on this album is really good. We got Ty Dolla Sign, 2 Chainz, and Don Toliver, who give some of their best features. The one feature that I kind of like was the second appearance of Ty Dolla Sign on Can't Shake Her, which in my opinion is one of the weaker tracks. We got 2 Chainz. It is one of the hardest songs on this album. It gets you in the mood, it gets you hyped, and I love it. Live My Truth is one of the best songs on here again. Maybe So is probably the worst song. It's not bad, but it's not as the same level as all the others. Looking for Me again is pretty mid. We got 2 Don Toliver features, which I wasn't expecting, and I love both of them. They were both great. I don't know why they put a bonus track on a released on the date of release. That's kind of a thing that's been happening at the moment with Tory Lanez's new album, which I'm going to talk about later. They have a bonus track on the first day of release. I don't get it. Why don't they just put it as like a normal track? But not only Don Toliver on it, we got Steve Aoki and Dr. Genius, which I'm pretty sure Dr. Genius is does the production, and Steve Aoki does a little feature, which was pretty nice as well. So overall, this is a pretty generic album. A great soundtrack for the movie, but as an independent album, it is it's decent. Next album is Freddie Gibbs's Soul Sold Separately, again with 15 tracks. I don't really see people talking about this album. It is really, really good. I would say that this is better than Alfredo, which is a hot take. That album is great. It was definitely one of the best of that year. But I do think that this is way better. Well, not way better, but like better than Alfredo. Literally every song is an absolute classic. We got features from Kelly Price to Offset, to Moneybagg Yo to Rick Ross and Anderson .Paak, Pusha T, and Scarface on a bonus track again. So kind of a trend at the moment. All the features do great. Offset does one of his best features ever. Anderson .Paak does his thing, and I can't complain. I have pretty much the same opinion about every song. It is classic Freddie Gibbs, which I love. Pain and Strife is my favorite song, and Feel No Pain, both with pain in the titles. But those two are my favorite tracks. I love this album. The production as well gives a classic feel to back in the early 2000s, where Freddie Gibbs popped off. This album is great. And next is Tory Lanez' Sorry for What, which is kind of a off-putting title, because giving that off is, But, let's talk about it. Yet again, this is another generic, Tory Lanez album. He kind of gets sounds from other artists, and tries to make it his own, but he doesn't really succeed at that. There's one song in particular that sounds exactly like Drake. I'm pretty sure it is No Parties in LA, which I don't know why he chose that title, because that song from Kanye West is one of his best songs, and he does not pull it off here. Most of the album, in fact, sounds like Drake, with the production and his delivery. The best song on here is track number 2, Bad Bee Work at Taboo. It's absolute fire. It is great. We've got a few slow songs, like Sex Songs, which is, kind of his 80s type sound, R&B type sound. It's kind of a weaker song. The title doesn't really do it for me. But some of the songs here have like 2 songs. Like, for example, the first song, Sorry for What, as a slash LV belt, which kind of makes the song longer. I feel like the second half of the songs, with the double songs, are better than the starting songs, which is kind of a problem, because I wanted to put them on my playlist, but I don't want them at the end of the starting songs, because they aren't that good. The songs as well are quite long. This is one song that's almost 8 minutes, which is so boring. We got a Boogie with a Hoodie feature. I'm pretty sure that's one of the only features. Yoko Gold is also a feature. But Boogie with a Hoodie is a pretty decent feature. The productions as well, also really great. I did say that they are kind of like a Drake feel, but can't complain that his instrumentals are really good. Apart from his Honestly Nevermind album. I'm not going to talk about that again. But this is yet again another generic Tory Lanez album, which has 20 songs, is an hour length, and I don't think it's worth it at all. If some of the songs were cut, then with all the double songs, it kind of makes it longer. I'm pretty sure it's like 25 tracks if we take all the double out. Yeah, 24 songs. It would have made it even longer, but you know, some of the songs could have just come out. There's a lot of fillers. It would have been good if it was 10 tracks, because that's all it's worth. But yeah. So yeah, that was my reviews on these 3 albums that I've listened to over the weekend. So some more albums coming out that I'm excited for. And yes, anyways, have a good one.